In 1933, Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany, but his plans for Germany's place in the world weren't new. He'd written them down almost a decade earlier. Back in 1924, after a failed attempt to seize power, Hitler was in prison. While there, he wrote a book called Mein Kampf, which translates as My Struggle. In it, and in his later writings in the 1920s, he set out his aims for Germany's foreign policy. In this video, we'll outline Hitler's aims. The video is broken down into 3 different sections. At the top of this video, you'll see a navigation bar, and there's also timestamps, so you can jump to the section that you need. First, Hitler wanted to destroy the Treaty of Versailles. The treaty was hated by the German people, and it sat at the heart of everything Hitler wanted to do. In Mein Kampf, he wrote about using the Treaty of Versailles to fill Germans with a feeling of rage and shame. By promising to dismantle the treaty clause by clause, Hitler could win short-term popularity and undo what he saw as national humiliation. This also meant recovering the land Germany had lost in 1919. Second, Hitler wanted to rearm Germany and make it a great power again. The Treaty of Versailles had strictly limited the size of Germany's army, navy and air force. Hitler wanted to rebuild the military so that Germany would once again be strong, respected and able to get what it wanted by force if necessary. Third, Hitler wanted to bring all German-speaking people together under his rule. After the First World War, millions of German speakers were living outside Germany's borders, in Austria, in Czechoslovakia and elsewhere. Hitler believed they all belonged in one single German nation. Finally, Hitler wanted to expand eastwards to gain Lebensraum, meaning living space. Hitler wanted new territory for the German people to live on and farm. And standing in the east was communist Russia, the USSR. Hitler hated communism, so gaining living space and destroying the communist USSR went hand in hand. Now we'll briefly look at some of the actions Hitler took to achieve these aims. In the years after 1933, Hitler did almost exactly what he'd promised back in 1924. Germany began to rearm in 1935 with some agreement from Great Britain. In 1935, the Tsar returned to Germany following a plebiscite. Plebiscite is just another word for a vote. In March 1936, German troops marched into the Rhineland. In March 1938, Hitler forced a union between Germany and Austria known as the Anschluss. In September 1938, Hitler took the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia. In March 1939, German troops occupied Prague. In 1939, Hitler demanded the return of Danzig and access across the Polish border. So, Hitler's foreign policy had 4 main aims: to abolish the Treaty of Versailles, to rearm Germany, to unite all German-speaking people, and to expand east for living space. 4 aims written in 1924 and a decade of actions that pushed the world closer to World War II.